Hello, and welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. I'm here literally every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. We've got epic troll slayers. You've kept us safe for years. Thank you. And we have got a fantastic community because you have been so kind to each other and so kind to me. Thank you. If you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed or whatever works for you. So this needs to be moved over just a touch. There we go. Today's nails. So they're quite. I think they're quite pretty. Some little springtime kind of flowery type thing. I thought we could use some of that. Yeah, no cats today, but that's okay. Because there's one of mine, a little loaf. He's just sleeping on the heating pad, all warm and happy. Oh, thank you, Bear. I love today's cheerful overlay. Thank you. Hello, Gail. All right, so there's a lot. We're going to get through this, though. We really are. Okay, but we are here I'm here every single day. Some of you are too. Thank you. But here every day, and we look at the news, and I give you factual news from legitimate news sources, and then I tell you about the astrology or the tarot related to that. But you will always get real news here. There are links in the description. My description box is too long while I'm live right now. So thank you. So I can't save it at the moment, but as soon as I'm done and I clean it up, there'll be links to the actual news sources are in the description box. All right, so you always get real news here. We come together, we look at the news together, the possibilities of what's coming, and then we get on with our day. We walk away. We go, okay, now I know. Do. All right. And I'm telling you that because it's kind of a fraught time. So, anyway, let's start with we'll start with what's going on with Iran, because these are the days we're living in, but we're in it together. Okay, we're in it together. The death toll has climbed to 787, and 6 U.S. service members have lost their lives so far. And bless them. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Bless your families. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Iran has been retaliating with missile strikes on Israel. Israel just struck the building in, now I don't know how to pronounce this, it's QOM. It is a city in the province of the same name in Israel, but this is the building where clerics have been gathering to elect a new supreme leader. Basically, look, I have zero love for the Iranian regime, but you can pretty much, to them, this is pretty much like trying to bomb the conclave when they're trying to pick a new pope. So, and Trump says the U.S. can fight forever with virtually unlimited munitions. Bullpucky. We know that. We know that the U.S. and Israel have both been using the most expensive stuff we've got. Iran has not. Iran has been sending a lot of cheap stuff. So they can hold out. They can continue bombing long after we run out. Anyway, this is not what I heard. Thank you, Brianna. All right, so all right. There have been, apparently so far, the numbers that are out there, of course, it's not verified, but there have been 1,039 attacks on 504 sites. 6 service members have been killed, 5 have been seriously wounded. Hezbollah is reigniting hostilities in Lebanon, with 30,000 displaced. We will get to the all-Congress briefing today from Rubio, Hegseth, and CIA Director Ratcliffe. Ratty Ratcliffe is back. Gaza's in bad shape. So, before I go into looking at any tarot or anything, there's some astrology, and I have notes. So, well, one thing here, Trump had admitted his own regime change candidates were unalived. In a phone call to ABC's Jonathan Karl on Sunday night, Trump said the U.S. had identified potential successors to lead Iran. But, quote, the attack was so successful, it knocked out most of the candidates, unquote. He told Karl, quote, it's not going to be anybody that we were thinking of because they're all dead. Second to third place is dead, unquote. And your little dog, too. He also claims someone in the Iranian government reached out to him to negotiate, but wouldn't say who. Really? Did they have tears in their eyes? Did they say, sir? Because everything I'm hearing from legitimate news sources is that the Iranian government is telling you to get stuffed. They don't want to talk about anything. Anyway, Rose Blue says, I know, send ICE over there to fight. Yeah. So, okay. Iran has retaliated against U.S. bases in Kuwait, Bahrain, Abu Dhabi, and Dubai. So, when the strike started, Pluto was up on the midheaven. And it was square Uranus. Is that right? Couldn't have been square Uranus. Hang on. Oh, and by the way, we had an eclipse this morning. Where's my page? I don't know. Where has my page gone? Astroseek.com, current planets, and that's a 4, so how could that be? Yeah, it's a little wide. It's about a 7. No, that's too wide. That's a 7 degree. It's almost square, but it's not quite. I'm not going to agree with that. It's a little too wide. But anyway, but Pluto was on the midheaven, and that's success or going forward and work and out in the world. And we know that Pluto is can be a very dark, scary thing. So, yeah. Thing about Pluto is, though, we're Scorpio, and we Scorpios, we're not famous for making concessions, like being a pushover, sure, whatever you want. Not really the average Scorpios kind of thing. So that's not great. And there are 2 charts for Iran. One is from 1979 and one is from 1501. And they are both, if you look at them, none of them look friendly to the U.S. Neither one. Whoever takes over, not our buddies. The there's been some research going on by some other astrologers who are saying that other countries in the Middle East are looking rattled over the next couple of years, actually. Apparently, the August Leo solar eclipse is going to hit multiple Gulf charts hard. So, because in the Israeli charts, Pluto is opposite Israel's 10th house moon, and then now through 2027, and then there are going to be some other issues coming up. Nothing in the chart suggests this ends well for them. Mohammed bin Salman, MBS, remember him? Great. The eclipse coming up in August is going to hit him hard too. It's August, yeah. And he was very much behind this. There's a lot of, oh my goodness, what happened to poor Valerie? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Bless. Back to the news. Rose Blue, yes, Mr. Bonesaw. And if you follow the money, yeah, there's a lot of credible thinking that Saudi Arabia was behind a lot of this. A lot of this. Matter of fact, the money they gave to Kushner to go invest for them, yeah, that is paid off in spades. Great. In a couple of years, the U.S.-Israeli progressed composite ascendant reaches Pluto. That's when the relationship starts breaking apart. So 2 years from now. And yeah, there's not much here that says that military action from Israel is going to bring peace. Now, what's going to happen to us here? We already know that we have the Saturn and Neptune on our IC. Saturn's moving on a little bit, but still it's right around there, around our home. So, and you get, I think I still have the graphics here. We still have, there it is. Yeah, I know we have, in the US, we have an Aries IC, the bottom of the chart. This is our home. We tend to have there's a slight militaristic home energy that we have, like the Second Amendment and what a big deal that is. A lot of that's because we have an Aries IC. And so our sense of home is kind of tough, but Neptune has moved in and it's sloshing around still. It's going to be for a while, weakening some foundations. Could create some beautiful art, but this is very Trump-like. Just trying to dissolve our foundations at home. But then Saturn moved in with the let's just call it the insurance bill, or the reckoning, the bill for repairs, and what have you already done and what work have you done. And yeah, this is what we're dealing with right now. And that's before you get to anything else. This is just a basic transit. So there's that. That is causing some internal fracturing, which we're already looking at. But there are, if you believe in solar arcs and progressions and things like that, there's peak bulldozer energy right now, but the energy is going to fade. And there are some midpoint Neptune opposing Trump's Sun-Pluto midpoint late March through April, and again this fall undermines his power and health, like he needs that. So, yeah, the astrology is not great for Israel, for the Middle East. Yeah. So now that you know that, let's have a look. What's going on? Oh, bless. Oh, Sean, thank you for the astrology update. Oh, thank you for being here. Virgo on fire. Gotta go. Dogs insist on being walked. Aw, get puppy dogs. Anyway. What I've been, for what it's worth, what I have been picking up is this doesn't go on forever, but this leads to other stuff later. The same way that moving the embassy to Jerusalem, the U.S. moving their embassy to Jerusalem, is exactly what inspired the attack on Israel, that heinous October attack. Yeah. Anywho, strength, Nine of Swords, worry, sleepless nights, Four of Swords, quiet as a tomb, chaos, country. Okay, this is not going down well domestically at all, not even a little, not a tiny bit. Congress, which we're gonna read on, but Congress is like, no. And there's talk that a war powers vote's going to be this week. A resolution's coming to the Senate floor on Tuesday. Then there's a parallel effort. And it's saying Trump would veto it, but it forces every member on the record. Trump can only veto it to limit his war powers if there's not an overwhelming majority who support it. If enough Republicans turn against Trump on this, oh yeah, they could limit his war powers. Oh yeah. Goodbye, Quick Girl Project. Not even a little. No kidding. So, is it even? Well, okay, coulda, shoulda. You can't really change the past, and you can't change the past, and some things are fated. I'm weird in that I believe both in fate and free will. How? I don't know. It just seems to be how it is. It's like quantum stuff, where you get the outcome before the cause, and it's just weirdness. I think some big things are fated, but they don't happen unless you get up and do the work or do whatever. So, stars, we're going to get to that. Yep. Amanda says, I can't believe Joe Biden is raising gas prices again. I know, right? And I want to say, is it the Ayatollah who was unalived? Is it his son or his grandson? Is it grandson? I'm pretty sure it was the grandson who is likely to take over. Is that right? but let's just say is not exactly going to be a friend, considering this is what I heard, that whoever was set to take over is not going to be, let's say, enamored of Trump in the US, because both his grandfather and wife and child were all unalived. Yeah. Great. His son? Probably his son. Oh, one person says son, one says grandson. I don't know. I don't know either. So, I'll tell you this much. Believe, I know it seems like Trump gets away with everything, but boy, it feels like he's on a short leash on this one. Honestly. And what was up here? I missed something. We're over here just doing our thing, and Democrats are getting more and more power. And today is the official, I think it's the official beginning of the midterm primaries. But yes, MAGA's Knights of MAGA, thinking they can, Trump thinks he can do what they did in Venezuela. You can't, and he's been told that, but yeah. Work. As the Dow is sinking, at least last I heard it was sinking. Ace of Cups, even more power to the Democrats. And yeah, this is not going to bode well for Trump. This very much feels like everything dumpster fire does gives power to Democrats. Raymond says, MAGA, monsters are governing America. Ding, 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 ding. Rhonda says, in big letters, when will he be gone, please? Thank you. I don't read on stuff like that. I'm sorry. There are points in the astrology and whatnot that you could point out when it's more likely, depending on how much stress his chart is under. But there are already some very clear indicators that there are big problems going on. Brianna says Dow is currently down 0.82%. Yeah, that's nothing. 0.95%. Yeah, honestly, that's nothing. Back in the 80s, when the market dropped, was it a Thursday? In 1987, that day, the market I think it was in October, just tanked. It was a crazy, crazy drop, but the market wasn't, the total number wasn't that high. So that was a massive percentage. Whereas now you could have the same drop and it's not even a percent. So yeah, we'll end up paying more, but the market has not really tanked. Brandis' Dow was down farther than that earlier today, but it looks to be climbing again. Thank you. Black Friday and Black Monday. Called Black Friday in October. Thank you. Cindy says the market is still overinflated. Oh, yeah. Where was it? And that's true, Chris Cool. Nobody cares about Clinton's testimony anymore. Either one of them. They may as well not have happened. All right. Let's have a look at 2440. Let's have a look at the War Powers vote that may happen this week. Senator Kaine's bipartisan War Powers resolution comes to the Senate floor today. Rand Paul, Massie, and Khanna are working on a parallel effort. Trump would veto it, but it forces every member on the record. Let's see what happens. Lucid Pause says, I'm going to climb into my cave and make stuff because their reality is so weirdly intolerable. It is. It is. It was a sun. Thank you. Thank you, Natalie. I agree, Fetterman does need to resign. But all right, war powers. War powers vote. Oh, Republicans do not want to go on the record for this. Oh, they don't know. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, and the fact that there's a bipartisan, I wonder if Thune and Speaker Mikey the heretic, I wonder if they're going to even allow this to happen. Or if they're just going to throw themselves bodily at the person in charge. Who's the person in the parliamentarian? Those roles? Just tackle them. No. Thank you, Lucy Pause. Oh, I misspelled Baron yesterday, but I fixed it. Send Baron. Hashtag send Baron. Well, somebody's a day late and a dollar short, and Pentacles are usually Republicans. So let's go for the reading. Six of Cups. Democrats holding together. Page of Wands, very weak. MAGA's very weak. In this Magician, there's not just I'm so sorry. It's not just the war powers thing right now. It's also going to be funding. That's going to become an issue. Three of Cups, King of Pentacles. It's likely Republicans will still support Trump, but this is very unpopular. This is very unpopular. Come on, Republicans, grow a spine. Please. Cindy says he'll develop a sudden case of infectious bone spurs. There you go. So, oh yeah, there was that weirdness. Amy says U.S. troops were told the Iran war is for Armageddon, a return of Jesus. No. I mean, that's what they were told, but no. And I thought the whole Armageddon thing was Russia attacking Israel. Okay. Anyway. Oh, Raymond says the U.S. has already lost 3 F-15s. They cost $97 billion each? Really? Not million? But we can't afford universal health care. Oh, of course not. Come on. War powers. Tell him no. Democrats. No. No more funding. Only Democrats who are willing to get up and politically fight. That is what we need. Politically fight, because there should be no violence in politics. But we need Democrats who are going to fight back politically. Two of Cups, isolation. Yes, work together. Isolate him. Four of Swords, quiet as a tomb. 10 of Swords. Ow. Hanged Man, suspension. Okay, so it goes along with everything else. Everything he's doing gives more power to Democrats, and more and more and more. So, yeah. All right. Million each. Thank you. I thought it was more like a million, but that's a lot. Rhonda says F-15s cost $94 to $114 million to build. Thank you. All right, so I want to have a quick look. How is this going to affect us at 30:45? And thank you for being here today. This is not easy. It really isn't. And, you know, my numbers fluctuate. My viewership fluctuates. Not that that's, you know, why would you care what my numbers are doing? But it tells me, it gives me a sense of just how fed up people are, how much they're just like, I don't even want to think about it. How is this going to affect us? Question mark. I will say this, and I hate to say this, but you know how they closed the Strait of Hormuz? Well, it turns out that 20% of the world's oil supply goes through the Strait of Hormuz. It's more like 33% of what turns into the world's fertilizer goes through the Strait of Hormuz. And we're coming up on spring. So, yeah. I hate to tell you for yet another year to stock up on some things, but if you can get a little extra here or there. Have I mentioned that Teddy Roosevelt, FDR, Biden, all had sons who served and were involved in wars? I mentioned that. But these people just living their little lives, those Republicans, just tra-la, tra-la. There's our country. More and more people becoming Democrats. Suspension, refusal, nostalgia. There are people who have started pushing, either the algorithm is pushing it or they themselves are pushing it and back to making videos about, you know, cooking with using wartime rations from the UK, or yeah, this I guess there's some people partying, but generally speaking, this is just Democrats pulling together. But suspension, refusal, they're not listening to our problems, and more power to Democrats, but be careful. Who was that? Because I'm going to agree 100%. Danette says Trump didn't raise honorable heroes. Ding, 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 ding. Mm-hmm. Chris Cole says even Harry served. Yep, even Harry served. I wanted to do more. But they were, the people in the military didn't want him on the front as much as he wanted to be, because it would make the soldiers around him targets too. Anyway, so 3515. So I already told you a little bit about this, that President Blunderdum said, oh, well, the people we wanted to take over in Iran, oh, well, none of them are still alive. Blunderdum. Blunderdum. That's a good idea, Brianna. Yeah. Excellent. So the leadership in Iran, considering Israel was just bombing their version of the conclave. Tito says, you guys knew he was going to do this. Well, of course. I'm waiting to find out how this is all Joe Biden's fault and Barack Obama's fault when it doesn't go well, of course. 5 of Pentacles. Oh, you mean this isn't just a toddle? This isn't just your easy thing? Page of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, 5 of Cups. I am not turning my stomach. 5 of Cups, disappointment, justice, 6 of Pentacles. There are going to be retaliations, and they're going to be ugly. My stomach's turning. I'm getting pictures of wires, pieces, wires, containers. Make of that what you will. Here's the thing. Someone with a real brain in the Pentagon, I bet someone over there actually had ideas on how to make this not as much of a disaster as it is. And I'll bet you anything they were overturned. I'll bet you anything. One shiny brand new nickel. Yeah. Okay. And he says, really? You say it? Duh. What do you mean? All right. So at 38:30, we will cover some other stuff. But Pentagon briefers undercut the White House imminent threat claim. CNN reported Pentagon briefers acknowledged to congressional staff that Iran was not planning to strike U.S. forces unless Israel attacked Iran first, directly undercutting the administration's claims of an imminent threat. Death. Rubio is now calling the strikes proactive rather than defensive. Flames. Let's have a quick look at this. There's 3 cards because all the justifications are garbage. We are isolated. Okay, did I see an article this morning about, was it Hegseth? Hegseth fired some people. Somebody, I think it was Hegseth, fired some people who said that they shouldn't go into Iran? How dare they? Brianna says Cake's Breath was claiming that, quote, we didn't start the war, unquote. Really? Really? Hanged Man, Four of Cups, Three of Swords. This is just bad. And again, I'm coming back to this refusal. It feels like the money. It feels like that Congress is going to do something about funding. That's what I get very strongly. Thank you for becoming a member, Julie. Thank you so much. Thank you. T-Rex, Granny. Did Cake's Breath really say none of the military is going to accept anyone that went to an Ivy League school? I didn't hear that. My surprise level would be 0. Just double checking. Yes. Just so you know, just so everybody knows, because I had to fix it on yesterday's cover. Barron Trump, his name has 2 R's, just so you know. So, anywho. Hello, kitten. How are you doing? You doing okay? He's like, I'm washing my face. I'm doing important washing. Oh, yeah. Okay, so, and 3 more, and then we'll move on. 3 more questions. 3 more cards, because at 4215, Spain, among other places, said the U.S. could not use its bases for the Iran strikes. Thank you, Taurus. Spain's foreign minister said Spanish bases will not be used for the Iran operation. And 15 U.S. aircraft had to be moved to Ramstein, Germany. UK initially refused to, but Starmer reversed course under collective self-defense. Gross spine, Starmer. So our allies, who I hope are helping Ukraine right now, they don't trust us. Thank you, W and Cheney, for the really hammering that nail home. Knight of Swords, belligerent Americans, and can we get Barack Obama back, please? Or at minimum, could we get Democrats back in power? Yeah. Melissa says, I saw in my mind Barron in a Navy uniform. Was he cosplaying? So, Cindy says Cash Peters called Starmer the robot PM and that they could have found a better model. That's awesome. That is great. That is great. All right. So, there's 15 minutes left. I'm going to save this other thing. Okay. I don't want to go into details about dumpster fires. Somebody downstairs. About dumpster fire's neck. I will say that last summer, hang on one second. Sorry. Last summer, April 2025, rather. Trump's physical noted he had used mometasone, mometasone cream, something like that, for an unspecified skin condition. And this stuff is because there are various people speculating about what the heck is going on with his neck. Thank you. All right, so this stuff that we know he was taking last April, it's a prescription strength topical corticosteroid used to reduce itching, redness, and inflammation caused by skin conditions like eczema, psoriasis, or just a rash. There's some people saying that it looks like there's this particular cream if you have precancerous skin something, and apparently this is wildly irritating stuff, and then it causes the skin to just flake off and anything that was there to just, go flying. It's disgusting like he is. There are other theories that have to do with, let's just say, his sordid past. Some people think it might be shingles, but he's not in enough pain for it to be shingles. I'm just saying that shingles are extremely painful. They often also hit farther down in the body, but yeah. And he has spent a lot of time in the sun. Oh, okay. Emperor, I'm getting lots of medical intervention. Lots of medical intervention. It's a big secret. I need some clarification on this one. But Emperor feels like a lot of medical stuff. And his administration, the people around him, they're trying to clean up. Don't pay any attention over here. Don't, this looks fine. This is fine. Don't look. I need clarification on that Ace of Pentacles. Cauldron says, my mom had shingles, only showed pain in private. But do we really think that Trump is mature enough that he wouldn't just whine and complain the whole time? Gretchen says it looked like there was a healing incision on his neck. I thought it looked like a scab. I know. I'll just... T-Rex Granny says, I had shingles on my face and eye. Horrific. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So what's going to happen with this? I'm not getting the super serious cards. They're actively taking care of it. They're removing stuff is what this feels like. Yeah, because he has excellent health care, unlike us. Queen of Swords, Ace of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. Clean up. Keep an eye out for more growth. That's all I'm getting. So, anyway. Valerie says, my ICU surgical nurse believes it's... ICU surgical nurse, oh bless. believes it's due to dialysis and drainage from pumping him full of garbage for the State of the Union. I would not be surprised. I really wouldn't. So, okay. Amy thrombectomy. Yeah, that was. I have something here about that where, I mean, it's possible. My understanding is that a thrombectomy, it's kind of like a when they put a balloon in your artery to open it back up. Is that right? But that wouldn't do what, unless you had some heinous reaction to the disinfectant or something. But all right. But now, Louise had a question at 51 minutes, and this is a very simple question, and I just want to make it as clear as I can. Louisa has said, will we see the end of fatuous 45's regime? Yes. Yes. This is not forever. I know it seems like it sometimes. I know it's like, it just, the fact that he got back into office is just insane. But here we are. It will not last forever. It won't. Well, we see the end of this blankety blanks regime. With prejudice. The mess he has made. Staggering. More and more Democrats getting power. There's absolute hope there. Everyone who was MAGA is burdened with all of this. There are all kinds of secrets that people will go after. I know it seems like it isn't even possible, but it is. It is. Everyone, I'm always looking for questions before I come on. So do put your questions in the chat before I come on, please. I'm here every single day of the year. I've been for over 6 years. So, all right. And midterm primaries. How's it looking? I mean, I can read here at 53 minutes in, but do we have any early numbers on anything? Do we have any? Because I'm really curious about Crockett. Oh, Carol says facial shingles are no joke. Oh, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Man. Midterm primaries. Jasmine Crockett. Is there a test that will tell you if you ever had measles, isn't it? Shingles come from if you had measles when you were young. Is that right? Whatever the original illness is. Oh no. Valerie says, I got shingles on my forehead between the shingles shot, which is apparently a thing. Fortunately, I was able to get into the dermatologist in a timely manner. Oh, I'm so sorry. So is it 2 shots and chicken pox? That was it. Chicken pox. Thank you. Is there a test that says if you ever had chicken pox, if you don't know? My sisters had it when they were young, but nobody remembers if I did. 2 shots. So you got one, and then you came down with the. Oh man, that's just mean. He says, believe me, if you had chicken pox, you'd know. Okay. Get the vax. Okay. Thank you. Calden Craftwork says there is a test for immunity. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Giovanna, hugs from Hawaii. Oh, I hope you're having a good time. Unless you live there. I'm afraid I don't know. But Giovanna, thank you so much. It makes a big difference. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, there we go. That was good. That was good. All right. But okay, so in a lot of places, Republicans think they've got it wrapped up. And part of it is because Dumpster Fire walked away with so much, and it was such a shock. But here's the country. Yeah, Republicans think they have got this wrapped up. So why have I got ending up with an Ace of Swords? Which is usually a sword of truth, as in, you think you're okay. Trish says someone your age who would already have been vaccinated may never develop shingles. Okay. Old Silver says there's a skin cancer cream, a topical chemotherapy that looks like that too. Yep. Giovanna, no, just visiting family. Oh, nice. Oh, no, been in the ER twice. Oh, I hope you're okay. Thank you, Amy. Thank you. I haven't donated yet this month. Just wanted to say hi. Hi. Oh. All right. So, it feels like Democrats have been working really hard. Really hard. And in their bubble, Republicans are just cleaning up after Trump. Just cleaning, having to clean and clean and clean and clean and clean. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Fingers crossed. Oh, there's a lot of good energy behind Democrats right now. So please. All right. I do have some stuff I will roll over to tomorrow. The eclipse was this morning, by the way, so it is behind us. So I'm hoping as Mars moves forward, farther away from the square with Uranus, and the eclipse gets farther behind us, that all of this incredible tension everybody's been under in this horrible Mercury retrograde will we'll get some relief. So, yep. All right. Anyway, that is going to do it for me for today. Thank you so much for going through the news with me and for us being able to go through it together. It is 1:14 p.m. here in Chicago at 3 o'clock. I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. You are always welcome. And other than that, guess where I'll be tomorrow? Right back here, because I am every single day. All right, and I hope you can be here too. We're going to get through this. You're not alone. We're in this together. There are good days ahead. So take care. All right. And as always, I'll see you later. Okay. Bye.